Sorry, a few technical problems, but we're ready to start now. So, Jai everyone. My name is Drisha. I am one of the trustees of the UK, and I warmly welcome you all to this evening as we gather here for the Shraddhanjali for Param Pujya Acharya Shree Chandana, our beloved timer. So it is with a heavy heart that we come together to offer our Shraddhanjali to a soul who embodied pure compassion, selfless service, and boundless love. We will now begin with a short prayer from one of our youth teachers, Arab, who will recite the Navka mantra and the Lotus.
Namo Harihantanam, Namo Sitanam, Namo Harihanam, Namo Rajayanam, Namo Loe Sabrasagulam, Eksam Panchanamukaram, Sarvapavapanasam, Makaram Chasavesim, Param Usabhamajiyam cha vande Sambhavamadhinandanam cha sumayim cha Aumapaham supasam Vinam cha chandapaham vande Suvihim cha purvadantam Siyarasi jansavasu pujam cha Vimalamanantam cha jinam Dhammam santim cha kandami Kunthum param shamalin Vande muni suvayam navijinam cha Vandami rithanemim Pasantah vartamanam cha Evam maya vidhuva Vihuyayamala bahir jaramarna Jove sampi jinavara Vithayame pasyantu Ittiravan viyamaniya Arugabhogiraham Samanivaram uttamam bindu Sagarvargambira Chittasiddhim mamadi santu Sagarvargambira Chittasiddhim mamadi santu.
Heartfelt gratitude to Arab, who so beautifully led us into the Navka mantra and Lotus, setting the tone for this beautiful Shraddhanjali. So to formally open this evening, we want to call upon our head teacher, Kajal Chef, who is the head teacher of Sri Chandana Vidyapith School, London.
Okay. Members of Virayathan family, including the teachers, students, parents, representatives of many Jain organizations, and plenty of devotees from the wider community. United in reverence for the life of Param Pujya Acharya Shree Chandana, our beloved Simon. I did not imagine a day when I would have to stand here in this way. It is deeply moving and something that rests quietly within the heart. Over the past day, many of us have experienced a range of emotions. Yet time and time again, the teachings of Pujya Taima gently draws back towards steadiness, awareness, standing. Today in India, the sacred rites of her Mahasamadhi and Antim Sanskar were conducted with great dignity and reverence. A moment of profound significance, not only within the Jain tradition, but beyond. It reflects the extraordinary path she walked and the lives she touched. And in witnessing the grace, strength, and composure of the Sadhvitis of Virayatan during these sacred moments, we are reminded that her spirit of equanimity and compassion continues to live on. And yet, beyond all recognition, what remains most deeply with us is not what we saw, but what we felt. A presence, a stillness, a quiet strength that continues to guide inward. Her life was never centered on herself. It was wholly dedicated to the upliftment of others. Through seva, sadhana, and siksha, she did not merely speak of compassion, she lived it. And in uplifting countless lives, she herself remained anchored in spiritual elevation. In honoring Pujya Taima, this evening is not one of mourning. It is a space of calm awareness, deep appreciation, and quiet inspiration. What we perceive as departure is in truth a continuation, progression on a higher spiritual path. If we remain only in loss, we overlook what she has left behind. That is her values, her example, her path, and our responsibility to carry it forward. So for our younger members present in the audience or virtually, her message remains very simple. Be kind, serve others, and always choose what is right. Great lives are shaped through such quiet sincerity. I invite us all now to remain present, aware, and receptive, to listen not with the ears, but with the heart. We now continue in the spirit of quiet reflection and reverence. Jai Jinendra.
We are deeply grateful to Kajal Chef for her kind, heartful words in opening this evening's introduction. But now we will take a moment to listen to a short audio clip of a conversation between Taima and the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, for an occasion when she was honored with the Padma Shree Award. This conversation reflects the recognition of a lifelong service, of humility, and the profound impact of her work at the highest level. I'll just bear with us for a few seconds. We'll get the video open.
देश किस प्रकार से काम कर रहा है और ये भविष्य का एक महत्वपूर्ण फाउंडेशन मोदी जी द्वारा થઈ રહ્યું છે અને મને અંતઃકરણપૂર્વક ખુશી છે અને મને જે પદ્મશ્રીનો એવોર્ડ આપ્યો એના કારણથી નરાતનમાં પ્રત્યેક વ્યક્તિને ખુશી છે ગુજરાતમાં ખુશી છે અહીંયા બિહારમાં ખુશી છે અને હવે આપણા આ સન્માનથી દેશના નિર્માણમાં ખાસ કરીને આત્મનિર્ભર ભારત કઈ રીતે થઈ શકે છે એના માટે જગહ જગહ મુખ્ય ટ્રેનિંગ સેન્ટર કરવાનો મારો પ્રયત્ન છે અને જ્યાં પણ રહેવાને ત્યાં વિદ્યાલય આ મારો એક સ્લોગન છે તો આ રીતે હું કોશિશ કરીશ મોદીજી બસ આપણે અને આ ગુજરાતમાં ગાયતનમાં કચ્છમાં આવી ચૂક્યા છો એક છે અને પછી આપણા દ્વારા આ સન્માન અને દેશના પ્રધાનમંત્રી ગુજરાતના અને મને મારી પ્રસન્નતાનો બોધી શકો મને ખૂબ ખૂબ ખુશી છે ધન્યવાદ બસ બસ સારી છે 50 વર્ષ પૂરા કરી ચૂકી છું પરંતુ ગુરુજનોના તપાસથી બધાના લોકોના સહયોગથી હું એકદમ સ્વસ્થ છું હવે હમણાં હું બિહારમાં છું અને થોડા દિવસોમાં 5 ફરવરીને હું પાલિતાણા અને કચ્છમાં જઈશ ત્યાં આપણા 11 કોલેજ થઈ ગયા છે આપણા બાબુસાહેબ કોલેજ પછી આપણે 11 કોલેજ આપણે ત્યાં सभी देश अपना हाथમાં સુરક્ષિત છે મોદીજી દેશ अपना हाथમાં સુરક્ષિત છે કોઈ જન્મજાત ધર્મના આશીર્વાદ લઈને આવ્યા છે અને આપણે ત્યાં કચ્છમાં અને કચ્છમાં અને એ છે અને એ જે મોકો મળ્યો છે ભાગ્યશાળી વ્યક્તિને જ મળવું હોય છે ભાગ્યશાળી વ્યક્તિના નસીબમાં જ આ બધું થઈ શકે છે એના વગર ન થઈ શકે એના વગર ન થઈ શકે બસ ભાગ્યશાળી છો અને પ્રભુ આપણે ખૂબ ખૂબ શક્તિ આપે અને દેશ આ વિશ્વમાં એક પ્રાચીન ગરિમાને ફરીથી પ્રાપ્ત કરી શકે એવા પ્રભુના ચરણોમાં હું પ્રાર્થના કરું છું પ્રધાનમંત્રીજી આપણા સ્વસ્થ સુંદર અને યશસ્વી જીવન માટે હું અંતઃકરણપૂર્વક તમારાથી ઉંમરથી મોટી છું એટલે મને બીજી બધી મર્યાદાઓનો ત્યાગ કરીને આશીર્વાદ મોકલાવું છું અને કચ્છમાં અને આપણે કચ્છમાં જ્યાં કોલેજ ઓપનિંગ કર્યું હતું ત્યાં જ આપણે સૌ શહેરનું એક મોટું પ્રોજેક્ટ કરવાના છે તો એના માટે તો બસ આપણા ઉપસ્થિતિ વગર તો એ થઈ જ નહીં શકે હાજી સાચું જો આપણા સાથે વાત કરીને ખૂબ પ્રસન્નતા થઈ ખૂબ સંભાવનાઓ મળી થેન્ક યુ
We can see that human beings have three enemies here: anger, greed, desire, greed, all these things. Time up, they don't have anything. Nothing at all. That simple yet powerful exchange that we heard is a reminder of the humility with which Taima carried even the highest of honors here. Padma Shree award, it is one of the highest awards. Always placed service to others above recognition. So now, before we begin our tributes, I just wanted to share a very small personal reflection. So I remember those simple moments sitting with Taima on a hot afternoon in Pune, having some garam chai, and obviously I was a good masseuse in my younger days, so I was gently massaging her legs for many days. These were such ordinary moments, yet they carried something so extraordinary. Growing up, I never had a mother. So my life, just me and my dad, never had that love that a lot of you have had. So in her presence, nothing really mattered. Just sit there, put my head down on her, next to her, nothing mattered. She gave out motherly love that is truly beyond words, and it really felt. And we all know a mother's love is pure, unconditional, and loving. And that's it. That's all I wanted. And the best thing is, for that 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever I spent with her, all the worries that I had disappeared. And I know each one of you carries your own personal memories, moments with Taima that touched your lives in a way that cannot be described in words. Words cannot describe the love that she had. And you could be standing here or sitting over there, and she could be here, and that love would still radiate towards you. So today, we're going to listen to some tributes. Today, as we listen to these tributes, we are not just hearing words, we are witnessing the living legacy of Daima through her art, the experiences that she shared and touched. Each reflection will be a reminder that although she may no longer be with us on the physical plane, her compassion, her teachings, and her boundless love will continue to live on within all of us. So we're going to start today with the tributes with our little Gina Chef, a modular class student who has been blessed to have the opportunity to spend significant time with Daima in Pune over her summer holidays. Gina will be reciting a wonderful poem that she made in honor of Pujya Daima.
Pujya Daima, she was a soul of gentle grace, a light no time can ever erase. In simple joys, like vanilla ice cream shared, she showed how deeply love is cared. Her kindness touched so many lives, a quiet strength that still survives. In every word, in all she did, she lived with peace so calm and still. In more than words or what was said, it was her presence that gently stayed. Moments with her would quietly flow, and minutes would pass before we'd know. We journeyed all the way to India just to be near her, to spend those precious moments with Pujya Daima in Pune, not knowing then how deeply they would stay, or how much those memories would mean today. Those days now feel like a quiet blessing in time, a gift I will carry for all of my life. Her voice was so soft, just like a feather, so calm and soothing in every moment together. Joyful, playful, full of light. She made every moment feel so bright. She amazed me and my brother too, speaking in English so warm and true. She made it easy for us to speak and gave me comfort when I felt weak. Though I was shy and nervous at the start, she welcomed me with an open heart. And every time we went to see her, she would insist on ice cream so she could share it with us together. In those small, loving things she would do, you could feel how deeply she cared for you. Her smile is a memory I hold dear, a gentle light that still feels near, especially when we gave her a small baby boy doll. She held it with purpose, meaningful to all, to represent Mahavir Swami, pure and bright, at Madhuri Janma Kalyanak, a sacred site. The moments we shared will stay with me, not only in memory, but quietly within what I feel. For in her presence, time itself felt still, and something beyond words would gently fill.
For a soul so pure never fades away. It walks beside us every day. Thank you, Pujya Daima, for your guiding light, for showing us how to live what is right. May your soul rise, peaceful and free, into eternal light and serenity.
Powerful thanks, Gina, for that beautiful poem in remembrance of Daima. Every time you have ice cream, Gina, you remember Daima. So now, we now invite the SABP alumni to share their personal memories of reflection. So we have Yash and Dia. Dia first, and then Yash all together.
Jayendra, Pujya Daima, for me, was the perfect embodiment of unconditional love, forgiveness, and peace. She was a pure soul who was an inspiration to the entire world, with her selfless dedication to improve the lives of as many people as possible. Whilst it's hard to believe that Daima is now not physically present with us, her legacy will live on through all of us, and especially in this FEVP school. I've had the privilege to have known Daima for about 17 years of my life, and I've held her in high regard since the age of about 6. My first memory of her was watching Never Before, a film about Daima's infectious drive to help others. I was so in awe of Daima's purity and selfless acts of kindness in that film that whilst other kids watched cartoons after school, I would come home every day after school and just rewatch that film. An example from the film that I remember was during the Kutch earthquake. Daima, without thinking twice, decided to go there and help set up a school and facilities for the children impacted by the disaster. We've been lucky since then to have got the opportunity to go to Kutch and volunteer in the school there, a life-changing experience that we hold very close to our hearts. And this wouldn't have been possible without Daima's initial decision to travel there and help all those in need. The first time I met Daima in person was in Narayana Rajgir and spent every evening and morning with her. And I remember just being in her presence and I felt so safe. Everything suddenly felt so peaceful, with my mind free from worries, anxiety, and judgment. Even without speaking to her, I could just feel an aura of pure love and bliss. And I feel so lucky and so grateful that I got to experience that. My next memory of Daima was when she blessed us with a visit to the UK in 2017. We went to the airport to pay our respects and say goodbye when Daima was returning to India. And I remember someone had made some food for her. It was dokra, one of my favourites, to eat before she got on the plane. And I vividly remember her insisting that I eat some first. Even though it was a tiny portion of food only meant to Daima, she fed me some dokra with her own hands and with so much love. And I remember feeling so touched by her love and selflessness in that moment. And now I'm determined to try and implement even just 1% of that level of selflessness in my life. I remember joining Patikaman online, conducted in India by Daima during graduation in lockdown. And again, just feeling her presence and hearing her beautiful voice online gave me so much hope and strength for the lockdown period. And recently, I was really lucky to have met Daima a few months ago in Balidana for her 90th birthday celebrations. Even though she wasn't in the best of health, she always had a smile on her face and treated everyone with the utmost respect. I remember she told me to do some good work and work hard when it was the time to work, and to also rest well when it was the time to rest, which meant a lot to me, who was a burnt out medical student at the time. In her presence, it was impossible to feel stressed. She just made everything look and feel so much better. Without Daima's guidance, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I think part of the reason I became a doctor was because from childhood, I've always enjoyed volunteering and helping out where I can, which is a value instilled in me by Daima. And I'm so grateful that I've had the opportunity to meet Daima and experience her divinity firsthand. I'll miss her dearly, but I'll carry on her legacy by continuing to do lots of seva and remembering her positive everything is possible attitude in hard times. Her compassion was limitless, And I just hope she's at peace as she continues her spiritual journey towards watch. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. And, wonderful words about Thaima. Thaima did have time. She always had time for you. She would never say no. It doesn't matter. 200 people are waiting to see her. She will always give you 100% of her attention. And we're over to the other.
Thank you. Jai Janendra. When I think of Acharya Shree Chandana ji, our Thaima, I don't just think of a spiritual leader. I think of a feeling, a kind of warmth, a kind of love so pure, and that word pure is really key. A love so pure that stays with you long after you've left her presence. I've been part of Virayathan and SCVP since I was a young child, as you can see in the photo next to the other. And through that, I've had the privilege to not only hear about Thaima's journey, but to truly feel her impact. I remember watching Never Before when I was younger, a film about Thaima's life, a decision to take Diksha at just the age of 14, and a lifelong dedication to serving others. Seeing her courage and compassion in even the smallest of acts, like giving pencils to someone who needed them more, those messages really stayed with me. And I also remember our first trip to Virayathan, India in 2011. The moment I met Thaima for the first time, the hugs, the smile. It's something I still can't fully explain. I just felt it. As children, we felt completely at home, even though it was probably our second or third day there. There was no sense of distance or boundary. And I even remember sitting and eating Kendino Ras with the Sadhvijis, completely unaware of any protocol or, kids should eat with the parents and things like that. Nothing was ever said, only love was given to us. That was final. She made everyone feel like they belonged. And I truly believe that was what has kept so many of us, especially as you so deeply connected with Virayathan, UK and internationally. I've even been told that while I was on the trip, I must have told with Anish, I must have told Thaima that I wanted to take Diksha on that trip. And Thaima gently chuckled and said, yes, one day. I think that moment said everything to me. Even as a child, I was drawn to that peace and love she embodied. What inspires me most is that Thaima's love was not selective. It wasn't limited to a particular community, a particular country, or even a particular religion. It extended to every single living being, including animals. And as a vegan now, I just think Thaima was way ahead of everyone's all times. Pujya Thaima constantly broke boundaries, doing what others thought was just impossible. For me, she redefined the word ahimsa. Normally, we're told that ahimsa means non-violence. I think Thaima showed me that where ahimsa means relentless compassion. Through Varayathan, that compassion became action through seva, shiksha, and sadhana. Growing up as a young adult in London, as many of you are here today, surrounded by distractions and pressures, witnessing Thaima's impact has shown me what is truly possible. Every single time I return to Virayathan, whether in Kutch or Bihar, and see with my own eyes the lives that have been transformed, I come back with this sense of, I don't know, I just come back feeling rejuvenated, with a stronger desire than ever to better myself, to grow, but not just for myself, for the success I really do want, but the reason I want to grow is so I can serve others at every stage of my life, just as Thaima did ever since the age of 14 and probably younger. Thaima showed us that seva isn't just important, it's everything. It cures stress. It cures the exam you're worried about for next week. It cures, some people say they don't know if, what purpose their life gives them. I think to me, seva gives life, it's everything. It gives it its meaning. And for me personally, over the last few years, I've been inspired by Thaima. I've come to love every single moment when I have the chance to do seva or selfless service, whether that's feeding the homeless in Charing Cross on Friday evenings after a long day of university, or spending time with the children in Kutch, as a few of us did a few years ago after our A-levels. And all of that I owe to Virayathan and to Thaima. There's a story from Thaima's childhood when she was still called Shakuntala. When asked what she wished for, she said, I want to be the endless sky, which gives space, light, and rain. I want to give everybody everything. And in today's funeral in India, during the final journey. The day began with scorching heat, and it soon turned to heavy rain. And it felt as though her wish had been kind of come full circle. She's now become the endless sky, and she's showering her blessings to us all the time. So I know that everyone in this room, every single one in this room and watching online, has their own special memory of Daima, whether it's a moment, a feeling, or just that sense of inspiration. And that's something we can always carry with us. I think today, perhaps the best way to honor Daima is simply to smile, just like she always made us smile, as you can see in this photo, and many more photos we'll see today. For me, Daima has shown me the kind of person that I want to become, and I hope that we all carry forward her legacy through small acts of kindness and in service of others. Because if we do that, Pujya Daima's legacy will never fade. Live to love. Jai Jananda. Thank you.
Thank you, Yash and Leah, for the wonderful, meaningful, heartful memories of both of you. Daima was a spiritual rebel. You know, she fought against everything, like Lord Mahavir, like Lord Rishabdev, like our different guys. She fought for the right thing, and she did it. You know, doesn't matter how many people approach. You know, whatever difficulties she faced in life, she made sure she got through them. So, moving on, we now invite Sandeep or Joseph Sandeep, our senior adult class teacher, who has spent many close moments with Daima to share his reflections. I did have some handkerchiefs for Sandeep because I know he's going to get emotional. I think I needed it more than he did.
Jai Janendra, everyone. Forgive me if I become emotional, but with folded hands and a heart that is full, both full and shattered, I offer my humble tribute to Acharya Shree Chandana, our beloved time. She has left the mortal body, yet her presence still feels near. Woven into our beings, into the quiet corners of our hearts. It feels almost impossible to speak of her in past tense. I can't believe she's gone. For over 30 years, I've known Taima, and she's been somebody who I not merely followed, but she was a presence I lived within. My last meeting with her was in December. She was in the hospital, looking very frail, but her mind was really active. And the first thing she asked me was, what is Anekantvad, what is Syadvad? And Shilapiji Maharaj was standing on the side. There were nurses who were like massaging her feet. And she held my hand, and I'm sitting there explaining, and she gave me a long, very, very amazing summation of what Anekant and Syada. And then as we were about to leave, she wouldn't let me go. And I kept on telling her, you must eat, because she was not eating a lot of food at that time. And she said, "Wo vegan thai gayi chu." So I slapped her on her arm, and I said, yeah, but that doesn't still stop you from eating food. So she said, "Tame rewa avi jao, mari sathe, ane tame mane khavrao." And that she wouldn't let me go. But I saw the same luminous calm, the same boundless compassion that had guided me for decades. There was nothing she did that was ordinary. Even her silence carried meaning, her stillness taught more than words ever could. Taima was the first soul who introduced me to Bhagwan Mahavir and his teachings. Through her clarity, I learned that spirituality is not separate from life. It is found in every act of care, every moment of awareness, every choice to do what is right. She saw people wholly, remembered, noticed, and understood. Her compassion was expansive, steeped in gentle attention, She uplifted, as all the people before me have talked about, she uplifted without effort, guided without asking, and made everyone feel seen and valued. Through Virayatan, the world witnessed her vision in the lives that have been transformed, in the dignities that have been restored, in the opportunities she created where there were none. Yet those close to her know that her outer work spread from an inner world of deep faith, discipline, love, and steely determination. To be in her presence, and I tell you, to be in her presence was as if you are standing in front of the divine. Your restlessness dissolving, calmness settling, clarity emerging, that quiet assurance that she gave, as all the people before me have said, cannot be described. It can only be felt. There was a time when we were in touch and they were filming never before. And at that time, they showed us the rough copies of my wife and myself. And then she said, let's sit together. And we sat in a room. And she said, Apne sirf se kuche. And I said, I don't have any words. So she said, Tame beso. And I'm telling you, that half an hour that I sat with her, we didn't say a word. She didn't say a word. I didn't say a word. I just sat there. It was the most divine experience I felt. That quiet assurance she gave cannot be described. It can only be felt. And that is what makes her. It is not a loss of just Acharya. It is a loss of presence that steadied us, reminded us, all of us, from our very being, what it means to walk a life of truth and compassion. There is a silence now, but even in this silence, he remains. In the pause before we react, in the kindness we choose despite difficulty, in the moments we serve, not from obligation, but from love. Daima never sought remembrance. She showed us how to live so that remembrance becomes unnecessary. Because her essence continues through us in our thoughts, in our choices, and in our striving to be a little more like her. And I kept on telling her, how do you run such a big industry? Because it is a massive organization that she was ahead of. And she says, Mavi Swami Chen. That's all she said. Today, I bow in grief, but also in profound gratitude for having known her, for having been shaped by her wisdom, and for having received the gift of a boundless love. Daima, you have not left us. You have only become harder to see but impossible to lose. Your light now burns within every heart you touched. Thank you very much.
Heartfelt gratitude to Sandeep Bhai for sharing such personal, emotional memories of Daima. I think that we all felt it there, especially when Sandeep Bhai was going through all the events that happened. We could feel it. Yeah, the emotion is there. I could see it in all your faces. Um, Before we move on to Nilesh Bhai, we would like to invite Jaisuk Bhai. We have an external tribute from Pujya Shree, reflection on Daima, Daima's life and values. So Jaisuk Bhai will kindly go.
Jai Jinendra to everyone. The time I say, my name is Jaisuk Mehta. I'm a managing trustee of the Raj Sopat Satsang. And we've had lots of connections with Pujya Daima, but I'll just read out what I've said. We first met her in Leicester when she was doing the models for the Mantagara circle. Me and Ila had gone to see her, and very nicely, very gently, she said, "Can we come and stay with you for a few days in London?" And it was asked so nicely. There was no way we could say no. Said, "Oh, even that will faint." Said, "Yes, please come when you want to come." And they came, they stayed for 10 days. And during those 10 days, she worked magic on both of us and convinced us that we should let Shilapiji Maharaj stay with us for another year. So starting from, can we come there to spending a whole year with us? Very nice. She stayed with us for 10 days and she left back for India. Then she would come to London every, I don't know, 4 or 5 months just to make sure that Shilapiji was in good shape. She was being well looked after. And also, Firodia Senior, she came to us a couple of times for lunch, dinner, which was a very, Firodia Jr. is Abibai. He's charming, but his father was even more so nice. And it was a privilege really to have them with us. And main thing was the variety and trust. The one that's existing at the moment was formed at our home. I went around looking for trustees. We got the trustees together and we made the trust. And after that, I had several nephews who had to be taught something about spirituality. We requested Chilapiti, said, why don't you teach our children? She said, yes, I'll do that. And he's one of them. And we started with, I think, 7 or 8 of them. Then I just learned about it. So many came to our house. Eventually, we got to about 30, 35. And also, adults used to come in the evening to either teach or learn from her or teach her as well. It was a classic example who came and spent a lot of time with her. But SCVP was also formed at our house. And it's until we got to a limit where we could not host anymore at home that we went and she went to Kenn's High School, I think. And it was a great privilege to be able to do that. And then from then onwards, I've been visiting Taima in Rajgir, Haritana, Kutch, and last 2 birthday celebrations. I had in Kutch and Haritana recently. It was a great privilege to see her, to be close to her, and probably, well, maybe not as much closeness as Sandeep just said, but we got very close to her, and she was very nice, very charming. But her and our Guru, Param Pujya Acharya, became very close to each other. And they both treated each other as a brother and a sister. And every time wherever he went, and she was happened to be there, she would get up and welcome him. So now I know he wrote a letter to the Sadhvijis in Pune, and I'll read that letter to you. Virayat and Parivar, which is Sadhvijis, Sri Abhayji and all trustees. With profound grief, we mourn the loss of luminous soul whose noble virtues will be ever remembered and lived. Revered Timer epitomized love and selfless seva, a scholar and a philosophical guide. She excelled in philosophical logic and grammar, illuminating the path for countless number of seekers. Like we see all the young seekers here, that they all got the benefit of the learning spirituality through her. A visionary leader and a revolutionary thinker. Her insight transcended generations, shaping the future with clarity and compassion. Now, many of you heard Abhayji this afternoon, and he said she was the first one to break all the barriers. They realized there were so many barriers in the way of Jain nun. And she was the one who really broke up all the, but quite a few serious barriers and gave freedom to the Sadhvijis who either traveled to the UK, to US, Africa. A leading reformist, she empowered all the revered Sadhvijis. The institutions founded by her shall continue their mission of alleviating suffering and poverty while educating and uplifting humankind. Daima and I shared a deeply respectful and affectionate bond, marked by our mutual admiration. We graced each other's celebrations and visited each other's institutions, reflecting a shared commitment to spiritual upliftment and service. Through Virat and SVP, as well as through personal contact with Acharya Ji and the Sadhvijis, our global members have directly felt the impact of our life, vision, and mission. This makes our shared sense of loss all the more profound. We at Raj Sabha remain eternally grateful for her presence. Her mere darshan infused us with divine energy. This was said by the previous speakers, and she did the same to us, and deepened our commitment to a tranquil, purposeful life. Sri Raj Sabha Satsang Mandal Saila, Kochari, Nalin Bhai, also known as Vaishnu. So that's his tribute to Acharya Shree. Just many of you may know, may not know. Harsha Ben from Chicago. She's one of our leading members, but also a very close, devout disciple of Acharya Shree. Just for you. Thank you. And also, I'd like to thank the trustees of Virayakan to give me this opportunity to talk a few words about myself and Vaishnu. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joseph Pai, for sharing Vaishri's thoughtful and heartfelt tribute, offering a wider spiritual reflection on Taiwan's life, full of compassion, service, and her deep connections with the extended spiritual community. So now I think we will have Nilesh Pai. He has spent a lot of time in India as well with Daima. I think recently he went, just recently, I think it was 6 months ago, it was in January. So yes, we've not spent a lot of time with Daima, so we have some emotional things to say.
Everyone. Param Pujya Acharya Shree Chandana of Daima, as she was affectionately known, has deeply touched and transformed countless lives, and has revolutionized Mahavir Bhagwan's teachings with true compassion in action. I seek forgiveness at the outset, as it is hard to do justice with mere words for such a magnanimous person and an elevated soul. With a state of mind that is genuinely lost for words and a heavy heart, I humbly bow at the feet of our beloved Pujya Taima in reverence and offer this reflection. I have been associated with Virayakan for over 2 decades now, and my first impressions of Taima were formed at the screening of Never Before in London many years ago. I was just an adult class student at that time. A word all those years ago still ring true. In the movie, she said, "The immensity of love and compassion cannot be restricted by tradition." Virayakan was born from a foresight people that was abundantly clear on the path of selfless service, the betterment of humanity, was defined by the clarity with which Taima had imbibed Bhagwan Mahavir's compassionate ideology. This resolute and determined approach from Taima has continued to resonate with me to this day and has helped guide and shape every action. Being in Taima's presence for the first time over 15 years ago in Rajgir reinforced my belief that we are indeed fortunate and blessed to be guided by divinity. Taima's radiant, ever-present smile, calmness that she exuded in every breath, the silence that spoke volumes, the hug that were the unconditional embrace of a mother, and the utmost care and awareness for every little detail, is testament to a soul that was pure and in complete bliss. From that wonderful experience over 15 years ago to my most recent meeting in January this year, every opportunity to be in the presence of Time has been joyous and hugely uplifting. In the most recent meeting, even at an age of 90 years, her eyes sparkled with the energy of a young child, wanting to be curious, wanting to explore and create, wanting to make a difference, wanting to spread Bhagwan Mahavir's message of love and compassion, wanting to guide, and wanting to listen and be involved. This has indeed left an indelible mark, and not having that physical presence amongst us is most definitely a heartbeat missing. The magnitude of this loss is hard to express in words, with her legacy extending far and wide across all communities. To challenge conventional thinking, have the vision of service to humanity as a key pillar of Bhagwan Mahavir's message of compassion was in itself revolutionary. To then manifest this vision in the land where Bhagwan Mahavir walked against all odds and with a group of sadhus shows Taima's courage and conviction. To transcend caste, creed, religion, race, and circumstances, and transform lives of countless needy people through health, education, and spiritual development, shows Taima's inner calling and a divine energy that we were all blessed to have witnessed. Taima has not wavered in this selfless service from a very young age, and the impact she's had has been tremendous and priceless. Her vision and establishment of SAVT has been a remarkable opportunity for all of us to connect and learn about Mahavir Bhagwan's teaching and cultivate that art of selfless giving. Whilst Taima has never sought accolades for her work, we, as a community globally, should all feel incredibly humbled that Pujya Taima is the first Jain sadhvi to have the title of Acharya Shree conferred upon her, the first Jain sadhvi to receive the Padma Shree award, and today, the first to receive a state funeral draped in an Indian flag. Every action can be spiritual, and by becoming a living example of compassion in action, Pujya Taima illuminated a beautiful path for us to all follow. A life that was synonymous with progress and evolutionary in thinking has ensured Mahavir Bhagwan's teachings continue to be dynamic and relevant to modern times. Whilst we grieve in the moment and search longingly for that calm presence, especially in today's troubled times, we seek solace from the tremendous impact we have felt in her presence and offer our heartfelt and infinite gratitude to a great soul who has made an exceptional contribution to humanity. Some words that Taima said at one of her birthday celebrations a few years ago is something that I keep carrying with me all the time. Truth is for oneself, love is for others, and compassion is for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nashwai. Very heartfelt, very emotional. So, just wanted to say, any more tributes? Yeah, so we'll have the tributes at the end. Any more tributes would like to say? Just wanted to do a little bit at the but. So just wanted to say big thank you to all our speakers for their heartfelt tributes for the moment. Each reflection has generally reminded us of Taima's calm presence, her simplicity, and her unconditional love and compassion. Taima always said to me, live in the present moment. Don't waste your time. This is all you have. This life is now. Yeah? Don't waste it. Don't waste thinking about tomorrow, because we don't know. Don't waste your time about yesterday. Just enjoy this moment and live it. Everyone. That's what Taima believed in, and she did it. She conquered everything. She achieved. The whole world is bowing down to her. People everywhere. She was this wonderful, spiritual, elevated, enlightened being. So, like as I said, we may have some more tributes at the end, but for now, we're going to move on to the final part this evening, I'm going to hand over to Sandeepai again, who will lead us into some bhakti and a guided reflection in remembrance of Pujya Taima. So let us all come together in quiet devotion and gratitude. And when we do this, close your eyes, feel the warmth, feel the love, take yourselves back to whatever moment you spend with Taima. Yeah.
The first stavan is dedicated to the Guru, the dear Taima. And I'll invite Acharya.
Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavanta, Guru meri puja, Guru Jinendra, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavanta, Guru meri puja. Mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavanta, Guru meri puja. Guru mera devo, Guru mera devo, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavanta, Guru meri puja. Guru mera aur nahi dekha, Guru mera aur nahi dekha. Ishri japo, Guru gun gao, Ishri japo, Guru gun gao, Guru meri puja, Guru jinendra, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavanta, Guru meri puja, Jinendra, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavanta, Guru
ગુરુ મેરા પાર બ્રહ્મા ગુરુ ભગવાન. ગુરુ વિના જ્ઞાન નથી અને ગુરુ આપણને રસ્તો દેખાડે છે. રસ્તો કોનો? આપણે ભગવાનનો રસ્તો દેખાડે છે. હવે we get Kajal to come and sing Karuna Nidan for us. Thank you. And if you know the lyrics which are on the thing, please join and sing along.
તારે દ્વારે આવીને કોઈ, તારે દ્વારે આવીને કોઈ, તારે દ્વારે આવીને કોઈ ખાલી હાથે જાય ના. કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન. આ દુનિયામાં કોઈ નથી રે તુજ સરીખો દાતા. આ દુનિયામાં કોઈ નથી રે તુજ સરીખો દાતા. અપરંપાર દયા છે તારી, તારા હાથ હજાર. તારી જ્યોતિ પામીને કોઈ, તારી જ્યોતિ પામીને કોઈ અંધારે અટવાયના. કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન. શરણે આવેલાનો સાચો તું છે તારણહાર. શરણે આવેલાનો સાચો તું છે તારણહાર. ડગમગતી જીવન નૈયાનો તું છે રસહણહાર. તારે પંથે જનારો કડીએ, તારે પંથે જનારો કડીએ ભવરણ માટવાયના. કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન. ખૂટે નહીં કદાપી એવો તારો પ્રેમ ખજાનો. ખૂટે નહીં કદાપી એવો તારો પ્રેમ ખજાનો. મુક્તિનો માર્ગ બતલાવે એવો પંથ મજાનો. તારે શરણે જે કોઈ આવે, તારે શરણે જે કોઈ આવે રંગ પણ વળી જાયના. કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન. તારે દ્વારે આવીને કોઈ, તારે દ્વારે આવીને કોઈ ખાલી હાથે જાયના. કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન, કરુણા નિદાન.
Beautiful words, beautiful singing. મહાવીર સ્વામીનો શાસન કહેવાય છે આ. અને મહાવીર સ્વામીનું નમુથુરમ સૂત્રમાં આવે છે તીનાળમ તારિયાણમ. એનો અર્થ કે પોતે પણ તરી ગયા અને આખા જગને પણ તરાવાનો રસ્તો દેખાડી ગયા. અને એમાંથી આપણે હવે પ્રસ્તુત કરીએ છીએ સોનલબેન is going to sing which has almost become Virayatanu anthem Bhavna Din Raat.
दिन रात मेरी सब सुखी संसार हो सर्ग संयमशीलता व्यवहार का संभार हो के विस्तार से संसार का उद्धार हो पाप का परिहार हो और पुण्य का संसार हो ज्ञान की सत ज्योति से अज्ञानता का नाश हो धर्म के सदचरण से शांति का आभास हो शांति सुखानंद का प्रत्येक घर में पास हो वीरवाणी पर सभी संसार का विश्वास हो रोग भय और शोक होए दूर है परमात्मा ज्योति से परिपूर्ण हो वे सब जगत की आत्मा भावना दिन रात मेरी सब सुखी संसार हो सर्ग संयमशीलता व्यवहार पार हो सत्य संयमशीलता व्यवहार बारंबार हो
सत्य संयमशीलता व्यवहार बारंबार हो भावना दिन रात मेरी सब सुखी संसार हो. This is what Taima's life was, and for that she had enormous energy, virya, which is actually from the soul. We have this immense energy, and that is what she had. And with that, we come to this song, which is Itni Shakti. આપણને બધાને પણ શક્તિ આપે કે આપણે આ સંસારમાં કંઈક સારું કરી શકીએ. આશાબેન.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना हर तरफ जुल्म है बेइज्जती है मासूम सा आदमी पाप का बोझ बढ़ता जाए जाने किस धरती है
सोच ममता का तूने उठाया, तेरी रचना का ये अंत होना। हमने हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। तूने अज्ञान के अंधेरे, तू हमें ज्ञान की रोशनी दे। हर बुराई से बच के रहे हम, जितनी भीड़े भरे जिंदगी होना किसी का किसी से भावना मन में बदलेगी होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर। तुमने सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हमने सोचे या क्या है बल। फूल खुशियों की बातें सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन। अपनी करुणा का जल तू बहा दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना।
मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना. Now we have another arpan to ભગવાન કે માંગુ છું એ જીવન જિંદગી કે મને એવું વચન દે ભગવાન. આશાબેન.
मंगवाती वचन दे भगवान, वीते परमार्थ मारो आजीवन हे भगवान। दया अवतार बन धन्य मरण हे भगवान। मेरे वरदान तो नाचे मारो मन हे भगवान। भगवान जिंदगी मां तेरे वो वचन हे भगवान, हे भगवान। भूख्या कोई जो तो मिठाई मने पावे ना, कोई रजबे दुखी तो नींद मने आवे ना। द्वारे से आएला पाछो दिखे
वचन है भगवान रीते परमात्मा मारो जीवन है भगवान मांगो जिंदगी मां हे वचन हे भगवान हे भगवान करो परमार्थ तो बदलो कभी ना जाओ कभी अभिमान ना पंथे प्रभु ना जाओ बागे काटा छोड़ो ना भगवान देने वरदान तो नाचे मारो मन है भगवान मारो जिंदगी मां एगो वचन हे भगवान हे भगवान तेजे अचकाना सगळू भले चालू जातो खिले जो बाग तो एक फूल भले कलमातो मारे तो जो बस तारो शरण हे भगवान बीते परमार्थ मारो आजीवन हे भगवान जिंदगी मां हे वचन हे भगवान हे भगवान धरो नारोश कदी कोई मने नींदे तो खुशी नाता प्रभु कोई मने वंदे तो कोई शत्रु न रहे कोई सजन हे भगवान देने वरदान तो नाचे मारो मन हे भगवान मांगो जिंदगी मां हे वचन हे भगवान बीते परमार्थ मारो जीवन हे भगवान धन्य मरण हे भगवान देने वरदान तो नाचे मारो मन हे भगवान मांगुआ जिंदगी मां हे वचन हे भगवान हे भगवान
This beautiful bhajan talks about equanimity. It talks about walking on the path of Samyak Darshan, Gnan, and Charitra. But we now come to the final bhajan of the evening, which is light a candle and light 1,000 others.
And everyone can sing this together. ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। राह में आए जो दीनत की, राह में आए जो दीनत की, सबको गले से लगाते चलो, सबको गले से लगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। राह में आए जो दिन दुखी, राह में आए जो दिन दुखी, सबको गले से लगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, गंगा बहाते चलो. This was again Taima's life. She shared love with everyone. With that in mind, we come to the close of the bhakti, and I now hand over to my dear friend.
Thank you, Sunil. Wonderful, wonderful singing by all the wonderful singers. Thank you so much. Very heartfelt, and we could really, we could feel it. Well done to all of you. Really good. So again, before, like Sanusrapai said, we come to an end for this wonderful Shanjali. We would like to invite Mel Bai from IOJ to represent all the Jain organizations in the UK. So thank you, Mel Bai. A few words.
Jai Jinendra, Pranam. In the story of Bhagwan Mahavir, Chandana was a very important character. And in all of our stories, Acharya Chandanaji has also been a very important character. She was revolutionary. She was a social worker, the first female Acharya in the Jain tradition ever, the first one to lead a sadhu sangh of women sadhus, the first to show us the true meaning of seva, of compassion. And in that, we have seen profound impact. This school, which bears her name, since the 1990s, has educated hundreds, if not thousands, of young people, of children. But in that education, they have not only gained knowledge, but they have understood what seva and compassion means. And that in itself is something that we should all be extremely proud of. Today, the world is full of wars, killing. Today, you see poverty everywhere. And today, you see a planet being destroyed, which possibly is going to affect all of our lives. So, on behalf of all of us, I pray that Acharya Channaji's soul continues its journey to find moksha as it should do. But I also pray that her message of compassion, of love, fills not only ours, but everybody's minds and hearts, and becomes the answer that we need for the life and the times that we live in today. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Meelbai, for such nice words. And I think what Meelbai said truly resonates with all of us. that all the wonderful presents that she, came up with will be brushed off of them. Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether you saw her or not. Her life, legacy, teachings will be with you forever. Yeah. So again, one more tribute from Mirabai Metta from Srimad Rajendra Mission, Dharampur. Thank you so much.
Jai Janendra. Just a few reflections from my side. My family's relationship with Acharya Chandana goes back almost 30 years plus. And both in Manchester and London, we're very closely connected with Virayathan family for many decades. Few reflections just to share. I had the privilege of meeting her several times, both in London. We were blessed for her Paglas Padramani at our home. We also had several visits to Rajgir with personally between the families as well as with our Gurudev Rakesh Bhai. And one thing that all of you have said, and just endorse it, that whenever you meet her, you feel different, you feel calm. And a couple of reflections, personal reflections, I was just sharing with my wife Geeta, that when I met her in Mumbai at Nipul, Dadia invited us on an occasion, and she touches you with her. You feel a sensation, you feel a divine person has touched you, and that kind of feeling you get with her. And when I went to her birth anniversary, 85th anniversary in Kutch, and as soon as she saw us from far, it's like your mother. She just said, "Best Jamai, you don't have to go anywhere." That's the kind of love that should. And then final reflection is when she talks about when Gurudev talked about her Padma Bhushan, that award. So she was so humble that જો મને આ એવોર્ડ મળ્યો હોય તો તમને તો ભારત રત્ન એવોર્ડ જ મળવો જોઈએ. Right? The kind of work you are doing, that shows her humility and how the person, and I think we all deeply miss her. Right? But I think, like all of you have said, the legacy should continue, and we should continue with the good work that she has done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mirabai, for that wonderful tribute as well. And Mirabai was right. Taima, all she had to do was just touch you. Yeah, one single touch with her finger, with her hand, and that was it. Yeah? You could feel the presence within you. That's the power. So now we will have Dun from Gajo. No? Press 11. Gajo, couldn't listen to Dun.
Let's sing together. Shubh Mangal ho, Shubh Mangal ho, Shubh Mangal ho, Shubh Mangal ho, Shubh Mangal, Mangal ho, Shubh Mangal, Mangal ho, Dharati Mangal, Nav Mangal ho, Dharati Mangal, Nav Mangal ho, Gati Mangal ho, Siddhi Mangal ho, Gati Mangal ho, Siddhi Mangal ho, Dharati Mangal ho, Dharati Mangal ho, Jeevan ka Harshan Mangal ho, Jeevan ka Harshan Mangal ho, Shubhamangala ho, Shubhamangala ho, Shubhamangala ho, Shubhamangala ho, Shubhamangala Mangala Mangala ho, Shubhamangala Mangala Mangala ho, Shubhamangala ho, Shubhamangala. Very, yeah, everyone say with me. I'm just going to do Mangalacharya. Namo Rantaram, Namo Sitaram, Namo Ayyanam, Namo Jaya, Namo Loe Sarvasauram, Eso Panchadamukaro, Sarvapavaparasano, Mangalaram cha Sarvesin Padamam Hari. Yattari Mangalam, Arihanta Mangalam, Siddha Mangalam, Sahu Mangalam, Kevali Anato Dhammo Mangalam, Yattari Uttama, Arihanta Uttama, Siddha Uttama, Sahu Uttama, Kevali Panato Dhammolo Buddhamo Yattari Saranam Pavachami Arihante Saranam Pavachami Siddhe Saranam Pavachami Sahu Saranam Pavachami Kevali Panatam Dhammam Saranam Pavachami Upashakaksharam yanti Vidyante Vignavallaya Madhaprasanna Sameti Pujyamane Srinivare Sarvangal Mangalyam Sarvakalyanakanam Sarvadharmanam Sharanam Sritirtha Vivaha Mitti Sarva
Thank you, everyone. First of all, those of you present here and those present online. It really means a lot to us. Wonderful tribute to Pujya Taima. As everyone has said, whilst the physical presence isn't here, her legacy lives with all of us. I wanted to say quickly thank you to all the tributes that have been flowing for the last couple of days from various people, organizations all over the world. We are short of time today, but we really, really appreciate everyone taking time out to send their tributes to us. It really, really means a lot in this difficult time as we are trying to still process Taima not being with us anymore. So a huge thank you to everyone who's done that. Our chair of trustees, Navin Bhai, unfortunately couldn't be here today. He sends his well in Pune. He spent 3 hours having a wonderful conversation. And in fact, 2 days ago, Taima and Navin Bhai had a conversation, and this is the embodiment of what Taima is all about. So, so on behalf of the Virayatan Trustees Committee and teachers, we would like to say a heartfelt thanks to everybody. A lot of people put in some effort in organizing today's tribute. Real apologies for some of the technical hitches early on, but thank you very much for being a wonderful, wonderful audience and you can feel the energy that everyone is referred to is something that hopefully people take away. This is Pujya Taima transcended all communities and all religions. So this is all about seva and all about service to humanity, which I've said is really relevant in today's times. So I would like everyone to take away that message. That legacy lives with us, and we have to remember that Pujya Taima has had 90 glorious years. And I do mean 90 glorious years because she started very early from a very young age. And that has continued all the way to literally, as I said 2 days ago, she was still with that energy about what else can be done, what else can we do. So, and huge thank you. We are very short of time. We'll have to give up the school shortly. So if I can ask everyone to slowly leave the hall so we can start clearing up. But once again, a massive thank you and Jai Janendra to everyone.
Thanks. Bye.